It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On third and long, it's Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Thielen, is complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A toss to Cook. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And it's caught. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got the first down and more past midfield. They give him a gain of 37. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So all even in 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line. John.
Now a handoff looking right. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Good route here.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On third down, Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Cousins. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's able to find Diggs. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing in.
And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First.
To try again after the sack. Cousins looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they line up. The final shot before half for Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
What's going on, people?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper.
I can't understand you.
They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies to try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech.
Shit.
Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw it is Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know what, they have, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where
What
scripting
bitch,
comes
I
into
was
play.
in my fucking grill and shit.
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10.
Oh, yeah, we got him.
Whatever terminology
sorry,
they
Mr.
use,
Jackson.
just something to get you off to a
Never,
good start.
14 yards
never
there,
meant to make you Dr. Crab.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains.
Follow.
Wentz trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
207, I think like 6 or some shit.
3rd and long for Cousins. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
4th and 19, baby.
Let's
go, defense.
Football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone.
Take me out of Dougie. Take me out of Dougie. Let's go. We have about 3 now. Oh, man.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
I just want to keep commenting on my shit. Look. Losing to the Vikings like normal. Good luck. Got lucky. Hey, Matthew, what are you doing? This nigga stalks me right here. Look at this nigga up here stalks me. Matthew! What's up, Matthew? I would have beat the Vikings.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play. And this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly because they're not even over 100
let's go, defense.
And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, damn, this bitch has got some mad skills. She was born for the pole.
To throw, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he works it past the 30,
I can't hear you,
almost to the
Matthew. I know it's you.
25. Another good.
I'm gonna see what you said. This guy's terrible. I'd be up by like 20. Nigga, get out of
Highly
here,
contested
dog.
game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move
I've seen
on
that.
first
That's
down.
hilarious.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The throw by Wentz, caught by Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Philadelphia.
Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with.
Good game,
That's why the
man.
guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now wins. A quick throw, but incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
From the 24, Cousins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And
It's been a good game, man. I'm going to give it to you. Good game. I can't wait to see
credited with a
what you
1-yard
guys
gain
do.
there to make it 2nd and 9.
My 2K games never last past the second quarter.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
I know it ain't 2K.
And
What I'm saying
getting
is
this
we
just
got
shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
49.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Down to 2 minutes to go in this football game.
He can score and make it and lose by 3 instead of by 40.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another first down. Cousins now. And that is
yeah, you ain't biting me again, buddy.
Brings up 2nd down.
I know how to play that defense.
Get your backs to the goal line.
That defense is too fucking raw,
this
man.
Is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
I will make sure people don't score touchdowns.
Forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
My main thing right here.
2nd down and goal. Cousins, the quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Oh, he got it.
Caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
God almighty.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Tastes like free colors.
You can actually taste it when it's not, 1,000 degrees.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
It's behind you. Who is it?
Your baby mama's boyfriend.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
I'm almost finishing this game. I gave it
They go forward to begin the drive. Try to find a lane, but instead
it's a
he'll
pretty
get back
good
to
game
the line of
now, man.
scrimmage.
It's like
And no
the
more.
21.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Wins to throw. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Huh?
Now Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Wentz now 14 out of 70, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
I'm calling my
That'll leave them with
timeout.
just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter.
I'm up by 2. I should be running this clock out.
Back to throw. Wentz.
I'm really ballsy.
And complete to Zach.
I'm really ballsy. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Last night when I beat him, I only threw 3 incomplete passes the whole game.
Wentz going to lead his guys
Right now, I'm
up
only throwing
1st
3
and 10.
incomplete passes the whole
And he's
game.
4
2
for 4 now,
interceptions.
throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Wentz. It's caught
Oh,
by
yeah.
Jackson.
He burned you. Woo! Got him.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. It'll be
Oh,
their
they're
third
asking
and
me to
final
kneel the ball.
timeout, so as they talk
Stupid
things over,
ass
we'll step
fuck,
aside. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
All right, what about
Alone
you?
in the backfield on second and goal. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.